Sonic the Hedgehog was created by Sega in 1991 and pretty much revels in infamy at this point. From masterpieces that have stood the test of time, stuff that hasn't aged as gracefully but is still decently fun today, and this. Such a wide range of games, and of course, the movie that infamously had Sonic look like this.
Meow?
Until they realized it was a bad idea. It's a shame the studio shut down. Probably not because they worked on this movie, but because they worked on Cats. Because that movie actually flopped. And with that movie probably ending up winning Best Picture, because nothing came out this year, I thought we might as well go ahead and look at Sonic games on the phone. Now, it is well known that Sega had released the definitive versions of Sonic 1, 2, and CD for free on the phone, as well as some decent mobile games, but I don't feel like talking about those today. Instead, I want to talk about independent developers trying to cash in on the Blue Hedgehog success. So I typed Sonic the Hedgehog into the Google Play Store, and I just click on the first thing that catches my eye. Weirdly enough, Captain Marvel is one of the first results for Sonic the Hedgehog. Good to know. But anyway, I see Movie Sonic with those infamous blacked out EXE eyes. I'll explain what those are later. And I decide this looks interesting enough to showcase. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. All this does is play a pre-recorded message. First click calling, and then you get a mock call. And then you get a pre-recorded message of someone doing a Sonic voice talking to a child.
What's going on? How are ya? Sonic the Hedgehog here. Hey everybody, what's going on? Wait a second. Are you sticking your tongue out to me? Are you holding a little me in your hands? You're holding me upside down. Don't hold me upside down.
Alright, after something probably a little less stupid. This one's called Hedgehog Rush. Let's go ahead and check it out. Ultimate Runner Engine 2.0. Okay. And Sonic is white, has no eyes, and is being cooked by savages. Honestly, I don't know why I sound so surprised. So anyway, you click play, Sonic just kind of gets up and leaves, and you are just playing an inferior Sonic Dash. The actual Sonic Dash is free and has more content. Why would you ever want to play this? Is it because you're being chased by probably racist caricatures? So I progressed further in the level, and of course, you don't collect rings, you collect coins. So Sonic isn't blue, and he doesn't collect rings. That is literally all I expect from these games. So I decided to check out the shop. Apparently White Sonic here is called Alex. And then we have Super Sonic, and then a Black Super Sonic called Robot, who has a very glitchy animation. All of them without eyes, of course. My final verdict on the game is just play Sonic Dash. There's nothing that game can offer you that this game does better in every single way. Back in 2018, a large internet community got invaded by a cult. Fortunately, the cult is no longer here. However, many still remember those days and wake up in a cold sweat whenever they hear the call of the cult.
You do not know the way. You think you know the way, but only me and my brothers know the way of the Ugandan people.
Ugandan Knuckles was a meme in 2018 where a bunch of people in VR chat would equip this Knuckles the Echidna skin and run around quoting lines from the Ugandan movie Who Killed Captain Alex. And of course, with its infamy, I just had to play a game related to it on this video. I mean, how could I not? So here is Ugandan Knuckles and Chuggus Battle Royale Online. Alright, and this game wants to know my location. Don't see anything wrong with that. I honestly don't know what I was expecting, and yet I'm still disappointed. Alright, I'm just gonna jump into a match. Maybe I'm gonna find actual people playing this game. Probably not. Alright, looks like I'm playing. Yes, these are very stiff shooting touch controls, and no, you cannot use a controller. Thanks for asking. This game lags like crazy. I tried to empty an entire magazine into my ally's head. You know, just regular battle royale stuff. This red guy comes along and just annihilates my entire team with a rocket launcher, so that's fun. So I found the sprint button, and now I'm trying to avenge my entire team who fell to this guy. I miss almost every shot because, 1, I am not very precise at first-person shooters, and 2, shooting and touch controls do not mix. I die again, and I'm apparently a red guy now, so that's cool. So I'm trying to walk around, and I just die out of nowhere. I probably got sniped, but I feel like that's enough to spell the end for this game. Oh, that was horrible. How about this Nick Bros Adventure, The Secret Rings, ripping off 2 Sonic titles, okay. So it looks like we got a bunch of recolored sprites. This is exactly what I was looking for. Alright, and the title screen is just a black screen. This is a sign of good things to come. Alright, Green Hill Zone. Let's see what's in store. So it looks like this is a 2D platformer with the sprites taken right from one of the Game Gear Sonic games. The physics seem like they're trying to replicate the classic 2D Sonic, with the only real flaw being that the jump is way too high. Also, I might be wrong on this, but the invincibility seems like it's lasting for a very long time. I get to this kind of annoying bit where you're supposed to walk on this log, however, Sonic doesn't really, like, lock onto the log, so once you step on it, you can walk right off of it. But anyway, that's Act 1 cleared. I don't really have much more to say about this game. It's an alright Sonic clone, with touch controls. Unfortunately, you can't hook up an actual controller and use an actual controller to play this game, but if this looks interesting to you and you're fine with touch controls, then I guess you could check this one out. So after that, I'm just looking at related search terms, and then I notice sonic.exe. For those of you who don't know, sonic.exe is a pretty infamous creepypasta about a haunted Sonic game where you play as Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman, and then get killed off one by one by a Sonic the Hedgehog who forgot to put his eye drops in. And unfortunately, I couldn't find anything related to that crappy creepypasta, but I found something else related to another crappy creepypasta, Tails Doll. Tails Doll is an actual character in the game Sonic R, but he was kind of off-putting looking, so apparently people really wanted to make creepypastas about him. My favorite interpretation of the creepypasta is the one where the Tails Doll comes to life, comes through the TV, and then murders the narrator. And the title screen features what I assume to be Japanese rendition of Can You Feel the Sunshine from Sonic R. Well, that was bizarre. Oh well, this is a horror game, so let's go ahead and choose Night. Okay, these controls suck. They made the sensitivity way too high. I see this glowing red stuff and I decide to go towards it. Spoiler alert, it's a very loud jump scare. I turned the game to day mode and learned that there's a jump button. I'm pretty sure the game's supposed to play like Slender with you running around collecting a certain amount of objects while something chases you in the background, but it just doesn't work due to these controls. And this is what happens when you win. Next! So I hadn't learned my lesson with the original fake call, so I decided why not download another one. This one might be sonic.exe related. Yeah, the only real difference between that one and this one is that this one plays a very irritating noise.
Hello? Are you there? Hello? Are you there?
But that's actually going to do it for this video, so if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. If you have any thoughts on the games or the quality of my content or anything like that, make sure you tell me in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this type of content, or any other content on my channel, then why why not subscribe and hit that notification bell? But until next time, take care.